Welcome, guys, to a Dan the Man, aka Daniel's son, little spotlight, and I'm spotlighting the relationship between Naruto and Hinata. And I gotta say, the reasons I've kept on with Naruto the series, even when it's declined, is to see, of course, the ending and if Naruto becomes Hokage, the battle between him and Sasuke. But one of the main reasons is Naruto and Hinata gonna hook up or what? Are these two gonna be official? Because there's been so much hints, and the development has been so good in these last few years that it's looking like it's the end game of who Naruto's going to end up. And for me, you got to have romance in any manga you have or any story you have. It doesn't have to be, shoved in your face. It has to be subtle. The subtle romances always work great. That's why I think I ended up loving these two, because these two are so much alike, but then a little bit different as well. He's loud, she's shy. You can see that they fit each other. You can see that Hinata really cares for Naruto, and in the past few chapters, Naruto is starting to care for Hinata a lot more. So this discussion all came down to basically the manga's ending. We only have, I believe, 4 more chapters left. Sasuke and Naruto are fighting right now. Hinata is in a cocoon, as everyone else except Sakura and Kakashi. So how is this all gonna be handled? Is it gonna be rushed? Is Naruto gonna, be with Hinata at the end of this manga? I mean, there's that new era project. Is that a part 3? What is gonna go on? What's gonna happen? If you followed this couple throughout the beginning, you just want it to be canon. You want to be done in a great finale way. You don't want it to be just. You don't want to be let down. You don't want to be let down. You don't want it to feel rushed. So and we don't know if we're gonna get a part 3, honestly, on this new era project. We don't know anything really about this new era project. What's it about? It could be just just a little filler episode next or whatever. It's you can't rely on that for Naruto and Hinata, and you can't even rely on the movie, because we really haven't seen the second trailer from the movie, and movies tend to let us down when it comes to pairings. Or it could actually, there was some Naruto Sakura in, I believe, the last movie, so I guess you could say that the pairings were great in that movie. But for me, for Hinata, it was a letdown in the last movie, and it was a letdown in Bonds when Sasuke was in there. Those movies tend to let you down. So it's all about the actual source material, the manga, where that goes, and the manga hasn't let me down for these two. Now, as we know, Sakura still loves Sasuke, and Sasuke he doesn't love anybody at this point. Anybody. He probably has friendship feelings for a lot of his teammates, even if he doesn't want to admit it, but there's really no sense of love. So that's why there's always a hesitation of how is Sasuke going to be redeemed, maybe in 2 chapters, because we still got to get people out of the cocoon, and we still got to wrap things up. Of course, I think let's discuss really the movie, though. The movie, if this manga is wrapped up, right, and we get like an open ending, which nobody wants. Nobody wants it to end in like an open ending where Naruto's looking at the sun like, maybe one day I'll become Hokage. We don't want that. We don't want pairing. We don't want trolls either. We don't want Kishimoto not giving us at least one pairing, at least confirming something. Confirming who Naruto chooses, because we want to know who Naruto ends up falling in love, because that's why we care for this character. We care for him to succeed in his goals, and we want him to find love. If you don't, then man, you have no heart. I mean, it doesn't matter who you want Naruto to find love with. It could be with Sakura. A lot of people like Sakura. I gave my 2 cents on why I don't like Sakura, but if people tend to like her, then that's people's opinion. There's Hinata, who I love, who I think Naruto should end up with, but a lot of people don't like her because of her personality, and they just don't find her very appealing, and that's fine. That's fine. But one way or another, I wish Kishimoto would stop trolling through the years, because this is ending already. You don't need to sell anymore. It's mostly just concluding. So just give us something. Give us something that strongly hints that, hey, this happened. This happened. A lot of people are saying maybe Hinata was pregnant in that last in this little picture that we had in the poster when we first got the official little teaser, there was a woman that was pregnant, and it looked, and we haven't seen Hinata sketch at this point. We don't know if she had long hair, we don't know if she had short hair, but it was just a woman that had the figure of Hinata looking like she's pregnant. And we got Sakura, so we knew it wasn't her. We got a lot of the other female women's, and we knew it wasn't Ten or Tamari or anything like that. So a lot of people thought that was Hinata pregnant. Well, I'm here to just blow your mind a little bit. If you really take a look at that picture of the woman who has long hair, you don't see her face, of course, who looks like she's holding her belly, but actually, if you really take a look at that, and with the recent little promotion posters we've been getting, we see Naruto bring out this red scarf. Naruto brings out this red scarf, and now that picture kind of makes sense. It's not officially confirmed. Well, there has been some things saying that red scarf does mean something, and Hinata has been mentioned. I'll read that in a little bit. But that picture, if you go back to it, now it doesn't look like a woman who's pregnant. It looks like a woman who's holding a scarf. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. I mean, I can't say it's Hinata holding the scarf, but I think it's because a lot of people say it was Hinata. We don't know if that's a scarf or not, but it definitely looks like a scarf. Now we bring Hinata in, and we saw Hinata's little quick. It was definitely a little teaser, because all we see is her face. We see that she has long hair. We don't see anything below. I think we see like she's wearing maybe a kimono. So is that her? Is that really her holding that red scarf? And you see in one of the pictures when Naruto has that scarf, and that scarf is just flowing along, going through Sai, Sakura, and as you notice, and Kakashi, as you notice, Team 7, they're all looking forward, but Hinata's looking away. And that scarf ends towards Hinata. That's interesting. And I'm gonna read right now what that poster. There's translations that we've been getting that maybe hints at, maybe, you know what? It could be Hinata. I mean, I'm sorry. When it flows, if you brought the pictures down in a straight line, it would flow in and end at Hinata. But they're all, you know, of course, going from up to bottom, from top to bottom. I'm sorry. But it definitely seems like it's just going straight to Hinata. And then you could make an argument for Sakura too, because it's right there in the middle between those two. But it's interesting how Hinata's facing away. So here's what some of the translation has to say. In this poster, the visually published this time, the figure of Naruto who became a little adult back a month ago. Oh, back in the big month. I'm sorry. It's so like hard to read this one here. And copy the deep meaning, the story of the last love, the first time, and Hinata, that only one person facing horizontal, impressive. Also, nice red scarf that Naruto is wrapped around the neck has become the item that you hold the key to the story of this work. The fans want to attention. Editorial Ikawa Haruka. So this is officially what was on the was translated, what was on really the poster, and it was like a little, I don't want to say synopsis, but what we're seeing. It's interesting, like the story of the last love and the first time, and then it's also mentioned in Hinata. I can't take too much into this because, like I said, the other movies back in other movies like Bonds, who had Hinata but really didn't use her at all. He even had Sasuke, and Sasuke was just right there at the very end, of course. And Hinata and the Road to Ninja, which I thought was going to be heavily implied for Naruhina, was really heavily applied Naruto and Sakura. But so Hinata wasn't really used as well in there, just really for a promotional act. So, I mean, we can't have high hopes on Naruto and Hinata being super official in this movie because, you know, it's still a movie. It still could be a marketing ploy just to get you to go see the movie. But if you think about it, Naruto's ending. The movie comes out on December 6th. Naruto's ending in November, the first week. Maybe the second week. I think it's the first week. What need would they need? What would they need for you to really to come out and just use these characters? You know, do they really need to do that promotional gimmick again? Naruto has ended at this point, so people want more. People want to see what this movie is all about. So they're already in that theater, so they're gonna go watch it no matter what. And it's interesting how Hinata with Shikamaru and of course Sasuke is back are in a it seems like they have a major role to play because none of the other characters are in there. It's just interesting how Hinata's with Team 7. And so is Shikamaru. Shikamaru is like one of the most popular characters, so I can see that happening. So it's just interesting. And then plus this little tidbit we get, but you can't really have your high of a hopes because you just never know. But if they're going to do something that has to do with pairing, this is the right time to do it. Naruto has ended. We're going to know what the ending to the manga is, and then we're going to move on to the movie, which is either canon or not. We'll see. We'll see. Kishimoto is doing, he didn't do the story, he's just, you know, advising. He definitely did the designs. No, he's doing exactly what he did to Road to Ninja. But Road to Ninja is officially canon, so I would think this movie would be officially canon as well. This is interesting. I mean, I hope us Naruhina fans, we have to just look at the manga really and see where Kishimoto takes us. Where's he going to take us? Is he going to officially get Naruhina going? And then we expand it more in the movie. Did Hinata made that scarf to Naruto? Or is Naruto just, you know, pick it up at a shop? We don't know. But it's very interesting how we got some of that dialogue. And I'm hearing this movie synopsis has to do with the moon maybe clashing into the earth. I don't know, something like that. That's what I'm hearing. I won't officially say it is because I haven't seen any like sources that stated it yet. So that's what I'm hearing. Of course, we're gonna have the trailer, the second one, the full trailer, coming up in a couple weeks. And once that hits, or actually this week, once that hits, I'll have it for you guys, of course. But we'll really get to see what this movie's all about and really get to see who's the major players. I don't think Hinata, if she is, you know, part of the main cast, which it looks like she is, she won't be a major player, but she will be relevant. Maybe in Naruto's, you know, world. We may be seeing some Naruhina moments in this movie. But like I said, we can't really keep our hopes too high. So basically this whole podcast is basically about Naruto and Hinata and why I think this couple is just, you know, it's just great, and why I think it should move on to the movie and to the ending of the series. I fell in love with this couple. See, I started off with the anime before I hit the manga. So I started off in the anime, and I remember the filler episode where they were announcing teams, and where Naruto first, you know, he thought he got rejected, or no, when he came in, he got in trouble and he had to do the shadow clone, and then Hinata was in the line and she said, "Do your best," and then scenes after that, like the episode after that, where Naruto comes in the classroom and Hinata's watching him, and she hopes that she's on his team. Those moments, I didn't fall in love with the idea at first, but I was like, oh, huh, she's very, you know, oh, that's cute. Why not? As the series progressed, I just really loved this character. I just really loved her room for so much development, and how she is the same with Naruto, and how much she wants to be acknowledged from her father and Naruto as well. She's not strong. She was weak in the very beginning, and she just trains and tries to improve herself. She tries to make herself better. She tries to get acknowledged. That's the same as Naruto. He wasn't as strong in the beginning. He got better. He got acknowledged. And I think for the character goal towards the end of this series, Hinata should become a clan leader, and Naruto should become Hokage. That's where their goal. That's their goal. Well, it's not Hinata's goal to become clan leader, but to basically be acknowledged with their father, and that would say, hey, her father acknowledges a lot. And then of course, if she ends up with Naruto, that cross that off the checklist, right? Off the box. She got acknowledged by Naruto, and Naruto already acknowledges her at this point for all she has done, and that's why we root for her too, because all she has done. So yeah, I just absolutely fell in love with this pairing. It's not official, but I love this pairing. I love the idea of them being together. And throughout the series, I mean, of course, I went to the manga after, you know, some of the episodes of maybe the first part of Naruto, and then they were getting ready for shipping it, and I went to the manga and read all that, and then I'm currently on the manga, which is funny because I'm not currently watching the anime because so many fillers and stuff, but I go back and forth on them when I know there's a main event going and being animated. But then we had, you know, Hinata and Pain. That's where it all began, and I called it. I was like, there is no way she's gonna just stand there and not do anything while Naruto is basically gonna be taken. If she just stands there and does nothing, wow, then that is a big hit of the people who are a fan of this pairing and on Hinata's character. That means she just hasn't progressed at all. Luckily, she did go and intervene, and even though she lost, it was a valiant effort, especially in anime form. But even in the manga, at least she tried. You know, at least she went out there, even though she knew she was gonna die, just to tell Naruto, "Hey, I love you, and I'm giving my life for you, and maybe we could get out of this." So it was great. That was the moment where, hey, the doors have opened, and of course we had this long longevity. The war was upon us. Naruto couldn't give you really an answer there, right there at the spot. And of course, Kishimoto wants to, you know, sell his manga, so he's not going to officially name this pairing right out the gate. He wants you to keep guessing throughout. And throughout, we saw Naruto really thinking about Hinata and really starting to maybe develop feelings, maybe, because we haven't had confirmation yet. You know, and then of course when Neji died, that was, oh, I guess it's spoilers. Oh, I'm sorry guys. There's gonna be spoilers. Yeah. I'll make sure I put that in the description actually, because I'm already too far into this. But yeah, when Neji died, so spoilers throughout. When Neji died, yeah, that was a big moment. I wish Kishimoto didn't really use that ploy, but hey, it is what it is. And Naruto and Hinata just became super stronger. And of course, we had the holding of the hands, which symbolizes in Japan. It's very meaningful. It's very meaningful. You can see that throughout any anime, any manga. It's very meaningful. I think that's why I like Tenchi Muyo and Ryoko so much, in that the time traveling arc, where they hold hands when they're going back to their time. That's a very meaningful moment, and the camera showcases that. So these two, we have the movie coming up. Hopefully these two are canonized towards the end of the manga, but it just seems so rushed. I feel bad for Kishimoto because they told him, hey, you better get this done quick. The hype for the fight, and then it's going to end so fast. That's ridiculous. So I feel bad. I just, maybe that's what makes me sad a little bit, is knowing that, hey, Naruto's ending, but it's ending in such a rushed effort, you know. But hopefully, I'm hoping Naruto, excuse me, Naruto and Sasuke, their fight so far, it's nice. It's reminiscent of the first one. It's not going to go on too long. It's a good fight so far. I mean, it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna beat out the first one because it had more to it, especially wasn't rushed. I'm hoping that at the end of this manga, though, we do get some type of confirmation. Just please, come on, Kishimoto, don't troll us like this. So yes, I am a Naruhina fan, and I do enjoy seeing this couple. And there's a little bit of news, you know, in the movie, and the theory. It's not confirmed. I'm not saying this is exactly what's going to happen. I'm not saying that scarf is actually made by Hinata. I'm not saying that, you know, the woman in the picture is holding that scarf is Hinata, or if that's a scarf indeed, or it's just a pregnant woman. It's speculating. It's speculating. It's my opinion. No confirmation. The only confirmation we got was the little text that we had for the poster about that scarf really meaning something about Naruto, something about first love, first time, and then a little reference to Hinata looking the other way, which was interesting. That's official. All the rest is not. It's speculating. But it's a good speculation because, you know what? Naruto's ending, and there's a bunch of questions we want answered. Is Naruto going to choose Hinata? Is Sasuke going to be redeemable and come back to the village? Is the movie canon or not? Will Naruto become Hokage, or will Kakashi become Hokage first? What happens to the Hyuga clan? Who takes over? Is it Hinata or is it Hanabi? Is the pictures of Shikamaru with his vest and stuff, does he end up going to the Sand Village, or does he stay with the, you know, his own village, Konoha village? Do those two hook up? Does Shikamaru and Temari? I think those are the most healthiest, understanding relationship in the series, along with Naruto and Hinata. Well, Naruto's a little too much of a knucklehead, you know. And what's the deal with Sasuke and Sakura? How does that get resolved? How did he even become friends with them after all he's done? He tried to kill you. So that's interesting. Everything is so interesting on how this is going to be wrapped up. But we only have 4 weeks. We only have 4 more chapters. 4 more chapters to get things done. I said that, hey, the fight might end next chapter and we might get, you know, a conclusion, a proper conclusion. Get everybody out of the cocoon. See what we're going to do. Sasuke's coming back, maybe or not. But then we have other questions, you know. What happens to Karen? What happens to Juba or Juko or whatever his name is? What happens to Orochimaru and Kabuto? Kabuto. You know, where's Anko? So many questions. That makes me believe that that New Era project has to be something like kind of part 3, because too many questions going all around, too rushed. I would think they would want to make more money on Naruto and do something. And of course, this movie's coming out, so they're going to make more money. But Kishimoto just seems like he's tired. He wants to do another manga. He has other ideas. So I don't see Kishimoto really doing a part 3 just because of that aspect. Does he really love the series that much that he'll do a part 3? Or in his writing, he, like it looks, he's getting a little tired and he wants to do other things. He has that Mafia manga that he wants to do, and I believe a sports one. I think he did a one-shot of a sports one, a baseball one. He has other ideas for other mangas that he wants to do. But we're hoping that he continues this series. I'm hoping for a next generation type of series. But it all depends on Kishimoto. All depends on him. I don't want him to do a Kubo though. Kubo just... Everybody knows how I feel about Kubo, or a lot of people know how they feel about Kubo. It's just, he should have ended that Bleach series a long time ago. So that's why I think Naruto should end, but it just feels like it's just too rushed. Should have ended towards the end of the year or next year, but of course the movie's coming out December 6th, and it must play importance because they're ending this shit before the movie comes out. So interesting, very interesting. And this is it, man. We got 4 weeks until we know if Naruto ends up with Hinata. If you've been following this couple for all those years, I followed them for, shit, I want to say 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. I want to say 8 or 9. But damn, that's a long time just to see these two get together and to see Naruto become Hokage and Naruto fight Sasuke. Because overall, the series has been going downhill, but I've been sticking it out because this relationship has been done beautifully. Done beautifully by Kishimoto. He says he's not good at romance, but it's been done beautifully. There's a picture out there too. My favorite picture that he did with Hinata. The first sketch he did of Hinata, who she wasn't supposed to be a shinobi. She was supposed to be a love interest, I believe, or something of that. Not a love interest, maybe. If it wasn't that, it was maybe just like a regular, person, like a medic or something like that. She has her dress on, which reminds you so much of that special, that OVA where Naruto and Hinata go on that date, the Konoha High School. Reminds you so much of that. Well, this is Kishimoto's first sketch of Hinata. She has that type of dress. She has a necklace, and by the necklace is the symbol of Naruto's clan, what he wears in the back, on the back of his jacket. And of course, you have Naruto in the background facing the sun, and Hinata looking at you. Beautiful picture, beautiful. I'll have it up on here. Take a look. I'm sorry about the quality. My editing system still, I had to take my computer and my other one that has the editing system, so I'm reduced to this podcast type system, and it just looks terrible. But I will get it on there, and I recommend you guys go search for that. It's really easy. It's Kishimoto's first sketch of Hinata. It's great. It's foreshadowing there. Naruto looking at the sun, Hinata looking at you, pretty much. Hinata chasing the sun, I guess. I believe there's meanings to that. I can't remember what the meaning was. There's hidden meanings. Just like the scarf idea, it's a hidden meaning. Like, you know, the red string of fate, red string that connects both of them. I believe Rukia and Ichigo are heavily implied on that for the Bleach series. That's like in the very beginning too, the opening, the Bleach anime. You see her holding the red string. It's connected to Ichigo. So yeah, man. I mean, I just wanted to talk about that, about a lot of theories going out about the next movie, but mostly heavily Naruto and Hinata, because I know there's a lot of people that love this couple, and a lot of people are just excited, and I am too. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous, but super excited to see where this goes. I want me some damn offsprings. I want some badass offsprings. Imagine Hyuga and Uzumaki offsprings. That is awesome, especially with, does the QB chakra get transferred over, or what's the deal with that? I would love for that next generation type deal for a part 3, but I don't think we're gonna get it. I'll just be happy with those two being official, the Naruto and Sasuke fight ending in a good way, and this manga overall ending in a good way, because man, I do love this pairing. I do. I'm a sucker for romance. I'm sorry. I've been following for how long? I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys super nervous towards the end of this series? Do you think Kishimoto will just troll us and say, hey, nothing's confirmed, go watch the movie? Or not even in the movie, you know, nothing happens. What if nothing happens? That's like saying Inuyasha never got with Kagome. I didn't like Kagome. I like Kikyo. But Inuyasha, you knew he was going to get with Kagome. That was so implied, and it still would have been, you know, Kikyo died. So, come on. Just give everybody else what they want. Give Inuyasha and Kagome. And imply it, and really canalize it. And they did. They finished off strong with those two together. And, of course, Sango and Roku. Give me that. What do you guys think, though? Are you guys just nervous as hell? Because I believe everybody's actually nervous. Will you be mad as hell, actually? What will happen if these two do not get together at the end? Will you guys be so pissed off that you wasted that many years? Was that the main focus on this series for you? Or was the Naruto and Sasuke aspect the main focus, or Naruto becoming Hokage? Because somebody's going to have to be disappointed. This thing is just being rushed too much. Somebody has to be disappointed. We have Naruto Sakura fans. We have Naruhina fans. Somebody's going to get disappointed. But overall, it's just, you know, it's just a manga. I mean, to me, it's a little bit more because I've been following it for so long. And I do love the aspect of this. And as a writer, I love it. I love these two being together. I think it makes perfect sense, and it just throw it all away, you know. The main reason why I stuck with this was because of that relationship, and it'd be thrown out so many years out the window. It'd be so disappointing because you gotta. I always say this: The movie could be so good, beginning, middle, but what's the end? If the end is terrible, you just wasted all that time watching a movie that came to a conclusion in the most horrible way. That could happen here. That could happen. I wish it doesn't happen, but it can happen. We'll see, man. We'll see. 4 more chapters. Is the movie really canonized? You know, is it canon? Will we be introduced? I don't know. We won't know until more info comes and we actually see the film and we actually see the ending of the manga. But boy, is it going to be a sad day, though. It's still going to be a sad day. So yeah, tell me, guys. Let me know. Speak up. There's a comment section below. Let me know. What will devastate you the most of... What's going to be the most devastating thing that doesn't happen in this series that you picture? I mean, if Naruto doesn't become Hokage, are you going to be devastated? Are you going to say this was a waste of time? If Naruhina doesn't happen, are you going to be devastated and it was a waste of time? Is Narusaku the one you wanted and you're going to be devastated if it just does not come true? What is the most disappointing thing you think that can come out of this for you personally? And what are you looking forward to at the end? Like, what do you expect to happen at the end? There's a little bit of good, there's a little bit bad. There's a little bit of good question, a little bit bad question. Let me know. I want to know you guys' thoughts, because this is a big deal. This is a big deal if you've been following this series for a long time. Even just haven't been. You know who Naruto and what the series is. You know it's been going on a long time. You could be a One Piece fan. You still know who Naruto is. You could say it's the greatest manga, One Piece. That's fine. That's your opinion. You can even say Bleach is the best. That's fine. You still know what Naruto is. And Naruto is ending. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Make the mic fly.